What's up, guys? Got a bunch of stuff here for this week's episode of What's New TW. A lot of stuff came in from ICAST. Got a bunch of things that came in, just filtered in throughout the week as well. First thing we're gonna go into is new Duo Fang Pop. Now, this is a serious popper out here, guys. I believe it's about 4¼ inches. As you guys know from the Fang Bait series, these baits are made for chasing large fish, large toothy fish, you know, all across the world. You got super sturdy split rings on here. I think these are 3 or 4X trebles on there, reinforced sidewalls, you know, extra thick resin. So if you guys are looking for a bait, maybe for up north, muskies, something like that, maybe you want to look into these Duo Fang Pops. Awesome new bait by Duo. Another awesome one from Duo that I'm super stoked about is this new Cambio Spin. So you can see this flexible wire on here, not like any other spinnerbait I've ever seen before. This flexible wire, it's going to do a whole bunch of things. First, when you make a cast, it's going to collapse and allow you to get a much longer, much more accurate cast. It's not going to catch as much in the wind. Also, since that wire flexes so much and these unique shaped blades, this thing's going to put off so much more vibration and flash than your traditional spinnerbaits. And then when you get the fish hooked up, they're not going to have that leverage on you to throw the hook. Awesome detail on these things. The painted heads, hand-tied skirts, long shank hook on there. So just great spinnerbait here by Duo Realis. Be sure to check those out. All right, one that I'm super excited about. Awesome design. I've been waiting for these to come out for a while. This is the new Zoom Frog. As you can see, a little bit bigger feet than their traditional horny toad, so this is going to be a lot louder action, a lot more commotion. What's great about this new Zoom Frog is it's made out of super dense rubber, like real dense, tough rubber. You're going to get a lot of fish catches out of this, but this one floats. So a lot of these style frogs that are on the market today, not very many of them float. So you know, Zoom's answering the calls of us anglers wanting this style of frog that we can, you know, throw over mats and grass and then buzz it out there in the open water. And, you know, if fish strikes on it, you can pause it, get them to come back and eat it, have that floating action. So you get kind of best of both worlds with this frog. Plus, got a slit in the belly, so enhance that action. Put your favorite screw lock style hook or EWG style, you know, heavy wire hook. Is going to get a lot of bites, catch a lot of fish with this, guys. All right, next up from Rapala, we got a couple new ones here. There were another ICAST release items. This first one right here is new RipStop. Small profile rip bait, but as you can see here, it got that little paddle tail built into it, molded into the body. Now what that does is when you twitch this bait, that little cup on the back is going to stop the forward action, and this bait's going to stop, suspend, shimmy a little bit, trigger a reaction strike from those fish. But you're going to get a lot more horizontal erratic action out of this bait and not as much forward movement, so they're going to stay in the strike zone a lot longer. So great new jerk bait from Rapala. All right, the next one we got here is a new BX Xtreme Brat Squarebill crankbait. This is awesome, just like all the BX Xtreme baits. So it's a balsa wood core, and it's protected by an outside resin shell. So with this bait right here, you're gonna get the action as your old school balsa style baits, and also that high floating action. So great for coming over cover. They got it in 2 models. I believe a 3-foot diver and a 6-foot diver, just 2 different bill sizes. But you're gonna get that great action, but it's gonna be so much more enhanced durability. You can throw it into rocks, throw it into dock poles, anything like that, and you're not gonna have to worry about damaging the balsa and getting the bait out of tune and ruining a bait. So a great little crankbait by Rapala there. All right, new little tiny crankbait. This is Lucky Craft LC RTO Tiny Squarebill. So you can see this bait is about 1¼ inch long. So for those times, you know, special situations that's happened out here the last few years, the bass get keyed into real small bait, like inch, you know, 1.5 inch, you know, threadfin shad. If you're faced with that kind of situation, they're only eating those small fish or fry, for instance, this crankbait's going to be perfect. I believe it runs 2 to 3 feet. Probably need a spinning rod for this. I believe it weighs 1/10 of an ounce. So if you guys are faced with that situation, you need to downsize your profile, check out this new Lucky Craft Tiny Squarebill. All right, I got some new soft plastics in here, guys. The first 2 here from V&M. This first one is their pork pin. Big straight tail worm, super small thin tail on it. Gonna get a lot of action on shaky head, on a drop shot. Still has a flat bottom. But I mean, the plastic on this bait, guys, is really buoyant. So it's gonna stand straight up off the bottom. Great bait for summertime ledge fishing. You guys are looking for those bigger worms to trigger those bigger bites. Check out the V&M pork pin. Next up from V&M, we got their 5-inch chopstick here. Great stick style bait, loaded with salt, scent, got a great horizontal fall, great shimmying action. So V&M's got their stick bait out now, so check this out, the Chopstick. A couple new ones here from Z-Man. We got a bunch of stuff from Z-Man from ICAST, guys. These are just a couple I grabbed to highlight. This first one here is the Mag Fatties. Another big straight tail worm, big bulbous tail on it, but big thick bodied worm. You can rig this a variety of ways. Texas rig it. You can flip and pitch this thing. You can Carolina rig it, put it on a shaky head. This is also loaded down with salt as well, but not too much salt to where it's gonna sink. So you can put this on a shaky head and the tail is gonna stand up off the bottom, not fall. So it's made out of that 10X Elastec plastic. So you guys know how tough this stuff is. You can catch a lot more fish than all your traditional plastics with this style of bait. So got a new Magnum finesse worm here from Z-Man. All right, on the opposite end of the spectrum, so you're real small. This is the new TRD Hogz. The Midwest finesse technique has blown up the Ned rig the last few years. Everyone's making those real small 2-3 inch stick style worms. Now Z-Man is making a small, about 2 or 3 inch creature bait for all those small jig heads, those little mushroom style jig heads. Just a little bit more action, got a lot of ribbon, gonna trap a little bit of air. Great appendages on here, long little legs. So if you're looking for something a little bit more than just that stick style Ned rig or Midwest finesse technique, whatever you like to call it, the little stick bait, want something a little bit different, little creature bait, Z-Man's got you covered with the new TRD Hogz. All right, we got a couple different lines in. First one I'm gonna highlight to you guys is the new Seaguar Blue Label. I know this is no secret to all you saltwater fishermen out there. Maybe some freshwater guys haven't tried this out yet, but this is Seaguar Blue Label fluorocarbon leader material. I believe it comes in 25-yard spools all the way up to 30-pound test. If you guys fish a lot of braid, fishing top shots, Seaguar Blue Label is one of the most awesome, great fluorocarbon leader lines on the market. Super abrasion resistant, great knot strength, also ultra thin diameter for the pound test that you use. So looking for a new leader material, definitely check out Seaguar Blue Label. All right, another line that we got here coming out of Japan. This is the G-Sol Tour Grade fluorocarbon line. Just a standard fluorocarbon line. Like I said, it's coming out of Japan, guys, super high quality. Very, very limited stretch in this line. Very abrasion resistant, really slick, cast great, got really low memory. Just a great all-around fluorocarbon line from G-Sol. If you're looking to try out something new, maybe just try out a new fluorocarbon line for just general purpose applications, definitely check this one out. All right, another new line we got, guys, is Sunline's new Crank FC fluorocarbon line. This is a great line for all the reaction baits, especially cranking. What's great about this is it's covered in its P-ion coating. So there's a coating on the outside of the line, makes it a lot slicker, so more abrasion resistant, comes over timber, comes over rocks a lot better. Doesn't get damaged by abrasions as much as your traditional fluorocarbons. Also, there's a little bit more stretch in this line than traditional fluorocarbon, so great for any kind of treble hook baits or any kind of reaction baits where you need the fish to get the bait a little bit better. Some fluorocarbons, have almost zero stretch. This one's gonna give you a little bit of stretch, help you land a lot more fish, get a lot better hooks in all your treble hook baits. So check this one out by Sunline. All right, some new lure customization material by Andy's Customs Lures. We got some jig skirting material. Andy's Custom Lures, guys, made the jig that Edwin Evers won the 2016 Bassmaster Classic on. It was hand-tied jig with this flat living rubber in it. If you guys have been tying jigs, you guys know how hard it is to find this flat cut living rubber and how good it works, especially in the colder months. Doesn't stick together like silicone does. It produces great action. I believe we have it in black and brown at the moment, but you guys who are, jig making enthusiasts, I know you guys are gonna be happy about this. I believe it comes in 5-foot length, so check this out by Andy's Custom Lures. All right, this next one, guys, this is from ZPI. This is the carbon reel handle. Now, this isn't gonna be for everyone. A few of you might think I'm a little crazy. This reel handle retails for about $119.99. Super awesome construction, all carbon fiber material, super soft rubber DuraTouch grips on here. This reel handle is gonna reduce the overall weight on your reel. Gonna reduce the actual rolling weight when you're cranking on your reel. You're gonna be able to detect more strikes with it. And it's just gonna look awesome on your guys' reel. I know a lot of guys like to trick out their reels, like to put new bearings in them, new spools, accents, star drag, stuff like that. So if you're one of those guys, likes to do all that stuff, trick out your reel, check this one out by ZPI. All right, last one in from ICAST that we got. This is the new Shimano Chronarch G. The same as the MGL model, just a different spool and a little bit different internals to combat the saltwater conditions. So you guys like to fish, redfish out in the Gulf, or you just fish in brackish water conditions, this is gonna be the reel for you. Totally rated for saltwater. Great reel, the MGL is an awesome reel. Super excited to try this out. So if you guys like to fish saltwater, check out the Chronarch G. Thanks for watching this week's episode of What's New TW. For more information or to purchase products seen here today, please click shop or the link in the description below. And to stay up to date on all Tackle Warehouse videos, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and make sure you put a comment in the section below and let us know which one of these products you're most excited about.